Hello, this video is for students to have some tips and tricks on how to search Credo Reference. So first of all, I do want to let you know that you're not going to want to Google Credo Reference or any of the other databases that we're searching in this class for that matter, because you're not going to get the same kind of access to features that you're going to get when you access databases through the library's website. Okay, so the first thing you're going to want to do is go to coker.edu/library. Okay, and then that takes you to the library's website. I suggest that you bookmark this page because you're probably going to be using a lot, not only in this class, but hopefully as you go through your career here at Coker. Okay, so on the library's homepage, you're going to scroll down until you see databases. You're going to click databases. That takes you to the A to Z databases page, and you've got them in alphabetical order. You can click C. And then you see Credo Reference right here, and you can click that. I will say it is one of our featured databases because it's one of the more popular ones. It is listed under here. Either way works. They both lead to the same place. We're going to click Credo Reference, and it's going to take us to the home page. So one of the first things I like to do when I'm using a database is to look up in the corner and make sure I see either my name or right here I see Coker University. That just assures me that I'm getting all the access to features that I'm supposed to be. Okay, and if you don't see that, then you maybe need to sign in and make sure that you accessed it through the library's webpage or that you're signed in. Okay, so Credo Reference is just a database that collects all different reference resources and puts them all together in one easy place for you to search. As you can see, there's over 3 million full text articles that you can feel are reliable for academic papers or scholarly research. Okay, so if you already know what you want to search, you can just type it in here and hit click. But at this point in the class, you're probably still trying to decide what topic you want to research, or you're not quite sure. You just want to browse around, get some inspiration. I will suggest to you that you research something that you're interested in. It's always more fun. It's always easier to get your assignments done when you're interested in the topic you're looking at, and I'm giving you complete freedom to choose what you want. I know a lot of you are athletes, so one thing I do want to point out is that you can browse by subject here, but if you look under the S's, you don't see any sports. So just to point out, you need to go under arts and leisure. And then if you scroll down and look over here, you will see sports. And you click sports, and then now all of a sudden you have all of these. You have different athletes, you have different sports themselves, and different things that you can look up if you are using that as your topic. Okay, for right now, I wanted to look at something else. So we can look under here under health and medicine, and then you can scroll down and see all different topics and different keywords to search for health and medicine. I was actually looking on here earlier, and I came across one that a lot of students, I think, like to research because it's relevant to what they're going through, and that is mental health. Okay, so I just clicked mental health, and the first thing that we see is we get kind of a broad overview over what mental health is. And then over here, this is something that Credo Reference has. It's called a mind map. And I think it's pretty interesting because it gives you the main topic, mental health, in the middle that you're looking at. And then it gives you all these different related terms. Okay, so you'd see psychology and schizophrenia, and then you see medication, and then you see mental disorder. And this kind of shows you that these are terms that are related but slightly different. And maybe you see something else in here that you're more interested in. But this is a great tool to use to kind of, kick off some brainstorming. Under here's filter options. You can filter it by just reference articles. You can come under here and filter your articles by only ones that contain images. And one I like to use a lot is this filter by date, because it's always better to start with your more recent articles, because of course things change and things evolve. So when you are researching, it's always better to have a more current article. Okay, so once you've done that, we're going to come over to this side. So now we've got articles, we've got images that we could look at. And of course, if you were doing a slideshow or a presentation, you could use these images as long as you made sure to cite them. And then we've got more library resources there. But for right now, we're going to look under articles. And then I want to point out here that you've got different tags. These, of course, are just different tags for keywords that are in this article or related terms that are in this article. So again, this gives you other terms to search or gives you ideas of other things that you might want to use for your topics. And then you've got the word count here. So sometimes these word counts are really low, like 20, 40 words. In that case, you might not want to waste a click because it might not have a whole lot of information, right? So let's just click this mental health from prisons, Dictionary of Prisons and Punishment. So maybe you're a criminal justice major and your thesis is how does mental health of society in general affect prison populations, or maybe the opposite, how does being in prison affect inmates mental health, right? So if those are something that if those topics are something that you're interested in, this article might be helpful to you. So you would read it and you say, oh, okay, I see some information in here that I think is interesting and that I can use. In that case, if you use a quote, a direct quote from this article, or if you even just use an idea, and if you paraphrase an idea from this article, you always, always, always need to make sure that you're citing it, of course. And to cite in this class, we always want to make sure that we're getting our citations correct. So you're going to click the citation button. Now, these are different styles. So if you're not familiar with the different styles of citation, every discipline or every different class that you're in, the teacher might tell you, hey, this is the style of citation that you should use. Or if you end up studying a different discipline, they might, like I obviously studied library and information science, and our style that we used was APA. So a lot of you here that are studying at Coker University might use MLA for your disciplines, okay? So it's just whatever. In this class, I will take APA and I will take MLA, either one, whichever one is more familiar to you, okay? And then you just click on it, and then you can click copy, and now that citation right here is copied to your clipboard, and you can just paste it into your works cited page on your paper, okay? So citation, knowing how to get that is very important. Some other features that are on here, you can save by printing or downloading. You can also share. When you click share, you can email. And then just type your email here. I find this to be very helpful because sometimes I like to do a whole lot of browsing, get a bunch of articles at once that I think are interesting, email them to myself, and then I have what I'm going to use. Okay, like now I've got 3 articles. I'm going to use these 3, and then I start writing my paper. So that's just how my system is. Yours might be different, and that's okay. But I also like to click this box right here to say full text. So I have the whole full text of the article plus the link of how to get back to it. And then I'm going to click MLA because I want to have that citation included. And then just type a little message so that you know what you're sending to yourself that triggers like, hey, this is what this email is. And then you hit send and the email has been sent. Now I have checked this, it does work, but I will say that if you already have your email open, you're going to need to refresh your email so that the message will show up. Okay. Other than that, you've got read aloud. It'll read aloud to you. And then you've got translate. And then over here, you've got different related searches. So again, if you've got this article and it was great, but you need to have 2 or 3 more articles for your paper, you want some more backup information, you can go over here. And then the last thing I'm going to show you is if you scroll down, you've got related entries and key texts and sources. So these are actually other articles that relate to this one here, and you've got the article author and other information that might be helpful to you. Okay, so hopefully those tips will help you search through Credo Reference and come up with a topic. If you have any other questions, feel free to email me at kabasso@coker.edu.